Mr. Roustabout, shifting from town to town. No job can hold him down. He's just a knock-around guy.
Hey everybody, Jason Rouse here with Bryan O'Gorman on another episode of Roustabout here in Austin, Texas. I'm gonna check this one more time. Yeah, we're good. Hey, hi. Bryan used to do comedy.
It's true, they took it away from me. COVID took it away from me, but I came back here to find it again.
How did COVID take away your comedy?
Well, I don't know, I've just been a live performer for fucking 15 years and then it all just stopped all of a sudden and then I had to figure out who I was as a person and that was hard. You know? You don't know. Are you a person? And then so Jason was like, why don't you come to Texas and sleep on a bed of nails and I'll yell at you and get you motivated. And actually it worked. So
It did. It half worked.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. The shows. I haven't been on stage in a while. It was kind of fun.
I love hearing everyone's excuses.
Well, that's why I'm down here, to stop doing excuses and just fucking tell jokes to fucking wild people and have some fucking fun again, you know? Ooh, this is sweet. There's a lot of in Campton.
Yeah, that's quite a...
It's actually the most comedian condos, though, to be honest with you.
Comedians have condos?
Well, yeah, I guess some of them do now. It's weird. People getting into some weird fucking joints these days. Usually comedians have like these dilapidated fucking haunted houses that they split between 20 people. But I was surprised at your house, you have like a condo. Like they let you into a condo building.
Yeah. It's called Lies.
It's called co-signage.
I had no co-signage.
Really?
I'm very successful. I don't know if you've heard. I don't know what
you do. Like I assumed that it was.
You might want to get in the business for a minute and find out. I'm at the top of the food chain.
Which food chain?
The comedy food chain. I'm in Austin, Texas, doing stand-up comedy for sold-out audiences.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Relevant.
That's true, and there's no audiences as big as there are in Austin, Texas, right now.
In the world,
in the universe. Yeah, it's been fucking rad to just see like an actual vibrant scene with people having a good time and licking each other's faces.
This is the first time this has happened in probably about 30 years.
Like another resurgence of comedy.
Yeah, the LA and New York had something around the time that Netflix started to make. It made the same impression that HBO did with Carlin. Yeah. Except it was spread out over the course of everything from, Russell Peters was kind of the first person to put his fingerprint on the Netflix brand as far as an international person. They weren't really looking for international, but the internet kind of changed all that. So they had to, you can't just have a Carlin, you have to have diversity.
Right.
So, sign of the times, diversity overextended itself to a degree where the comedy was secondary. So you've got a lot of people that are filling commercial quota, but have none of the abilities as somebody that is a veteran stand-up comedian performing comedy in front of a paid audience. And the more you watch that on TV, we're talking about Louis C.K.'s special. Now, stack everything over the last year, stand-up wise, behind Louis, and watch how it drops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's like 5. I'm being generous. Okay, I'll be generous. I'll say there's 10 relevant murderers, and there's 100 quotas and 500 people that shouldn't even touch the microphone.
Yeah, it's very
Yet they're
strange.
on special number 2 because they filled a gap in an algorithm.
Yeah.
Enough to keep it as a business.
Well, this is what's strange is like you're saying, like how people are getting cast and things. based on how they're born and not what they can do.
Well,
You
this
know
is
what
the
I mean?
backswing of.
And that's the problem, man. It's like, that's why when I introduce myself to people now, I say I am a triracial albino with 6 mothers, and then boom, I'm fucking diversifying. You know
First
what
of
I
all,
mean?
if you're going to say that to anybody, you're in the wrong conversation.
Look, I'm a triracial albino with 6 mothers, and I don't appreciate you saying that to me.
Well, you could feel any way you want, but I still don't give a fuck about your kids and your mother's albino. I don't give a fuck.
It's people trying to look. Again, honestly, I have a lot of friends that are, you know, like black friends, gay friends that are like, it's sort of weird.
Wow,
sometimes
lucky you.
when they're-
How nice of you to have black and gay friends.
I'm saying they don't
You're part of the
necessarily
problem.
appreciate the fucking pandering to lower ends of their communities as well, just to like get them on TV. They feel sometimes it's a bad representation. I'm not trying to talk for them, but fuck, man, it's pretty obvious.
Sounds like
what's
you
going
are.
on.
It
Pretty
sounds
obvious
like you
what's
are.
going on, though, you know.
I love it when
People trying to make some money off the diversity dollar, and that's what it is. But still, I mean, man, there's always gonna be fucking problems. I just want to tell dick jokes and not have to fucking work at a fucking McDonald's. You know?
Well, then stop telling dick jokes. That's how you get to McDonald's. The funniest guy at the fryolator. Yeah, I tell dick jokes.
Wiener jokes, fart jokes, pussy jokes.
I do none of that.
You just do straight man jokes.
I don't have any jokes. It's a cry for help. It's a rant of get me out of this life.
You feel trapped in your body?
No, my body's trapped in me. That's the thing. I drive this fucking bus,
Yeah.
and it's a rental.
Yeah.
You can scream and kick out the windows and try and get off. No one gets off my bus. When I'm dead, there's gonna be a whole sigh of relief of like, he's not gonna yell at me.
Yeah. But I don't know. The world has less and less people that are ballsy enough to yell these days. So I don't know. It's important to have people that yell and shit. Sometimes it's taxing, but it's like, I'm amazed at honestly.
Intent.
It's intense. Man.
No, intent. Volume is just reinforcing a point. And sometimes you got to evaluate what the point is, not necessarily what the tool is that's delivering it, but what's the bottom line in the essence of the conversation. You said you've been yelled at and it's triggering. Everyone's been fucking yelled at.
I did not say it was triggered. I said, yeah, everybody gets yelled at.
No, I'm telling you it's triggering.
For you?
For you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You
no.
go into a monologue for 10 minutes, painting yourself into a corner to nowhere to defend your bullshit position.
What position are you talking about?
Jared's dead. Okay? He's been dead for a week. You're going to have to accept that.
Jared's dead? I think if he dies, I hope he dies under a pile of hookers that he bought with the money that people donated him to get himself a hotel room.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. Why not try and build an epic career
Oh, I know.
and have girls fuck you for free?
What was the dude go, what was the comedian that was like, I wanna fuck the waitresses? Like, if I could give you one piece of advice to comedians, don't fuck the waitresses. Don't fuck the waitresses.
Just get blowjobs.
Yeah.
Don't fuck the waitresses or you'll get them pregnant.
I married a waitress.
Did you? Oh, that's right, you
She
did.
was working at Yachts.
Which one?
Oh, man. Which?
You said she worked at Toronto.
She did. She worked in the Toronto Yachts. And then we moved away together.
It's funny, you did almost exactly what Jim did, Carrie, in his personal life, but you did none of the stuff that he did in his career. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, man. Fuck. I mean, that guy's a beast. He should have, like, I don't know. I wanted to just wander around the earth. I didn't have any goals of being famous or trying to do that, really. I've never really had that. I just wanted to do stand-up, and I accomplished that as a living at, like, 24, and then I've just been kind of coasting. And
For 10 years.
Honestly, it's not been like, I don't have this like crazy ambition where I'm like, I have to climb some ladder and be number one. I've never really had
There's
that.
no rating system, though. There's no number one.
Exactly.
It's constantly in flux. It's about glory.
yeah.
Where do you want to seek glory? At arguing with some dyke cunt in a coffee shop in Nanaimo about some of the subjects you might talk about and how everybody here has been raped. Fuck off. Fuck you and your audience on the island.
Well, that's a gross generalization of people on the island.
But once again, I'm right.
But yeah, no, dude, I don't know. Like, some people have this idea that they need to, that if you're not famous, then you haven't been successful. But I genuinely never really, I don't care that much. I just want to be like able to do comedy and
Yeah,
write
it's called
instead.
success.
That's success to me, though, and I think that's
And
the thing. It's like,
the more successful you are, you just coincidentally become more famous.
right? And I
You have
think-
no control over that, and no one gets to pick number 1 and 2
Right.
because it's George Carlin, fucking Richard Pryor, and that's it. Do you have anything to add to that? Nope. It's Richard Pryor and George Carlin.
I mean,
Wouldn't that be a goal
I
to be
would-
that great?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like being great at their crafts. That's the thing that's exciting. It's like, you know, when you see some porn actresses or actors like really give a blowjob, and then other
Whoa,
people that
speaking of
don't really
blowjobs,
give a
look at the
fuck.
bird.
Oh.
I keep calling them cranes, but somebody said they're osprey? Osprey?
Osprey? I don't know, man. It looks like a big fucking bird, though, doesn't it?
Very pterodactylish.
Kind of birdy.
You're more ferret-like.
Weaselly.
If you had a wider wingspan, I would say bird-like. First of all, how nice is this? That's downtown Austin, by the way. Lady Bird Lake. This is my environment.
Looks like you're kind of.
Yeah, there's water next to it. Of course it's flat. What do you think, the Rocky Mountains just roll down the river?
But everybody's like, how beautiful it is. I don't know, man. Compared to California, it's just kind of a fucking lake with a river with a city next to it. But people are great, food is great, shows are great. But there's a cardinal. Look at that.
Oh, where? Oh, yeah. And the female right next to it.
People who think that like comedians it's just like parties and fucking, but really it's a lot of bird watching and talking about careers.
For you. You've been always a bird watcher.
I like birds, yeah.
Didn't you lose your job at the sauna for bird watching?
Bird sucking.
Ew.
Hey. Yeah, man, fuck. But no, I think that I have,
Can you hold this for a second?
yeah. Oh. Fuck you. Fucking piece of, stealing a dead man's camera. Peter Parkinson's.
What a fucking... Look at that. Oh.
Yeah, fucking. I don't know, man.
You showed up a week ago.
Yeah.
After, well, it's literally been over probably 2 years that I've been yelling at you about coming here.
Honestly, yeah, I thought you were kind of half kidding, but I didn't realize how much it's been happening. It's like the center of the comedy universe. Yeah?
When I'm fucking around, you're gonna know. Okay? Because it's gonna be poo-poo and pee-pee. Everything else is the shit. Ooh. I think I can rap better than that.
I think it's like we're just like singing in the middle of rap stuff, like you know how it just like and now it's like he's doing like the sing a bit, then a rap a hot one.
All those R&B singers did collaborations with rappers in the 80s to fill out the courses. So they were like, well, we'll do a little bit of our own rapping. And then the voice, what is it, the thing that equalizes your
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune made rappers sing.
Yeah.
How many times you heard Eminem sing on an album in the last 10 years?
It's happened a couple times.
A bunch of times.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds great, and you know, to the ear, but I want to hear real rappers and real singers.
That's what's so exciting about it, about the fucking Rangers, you know what I mean? I feel maybe it's done the same way as punk did. Like I was never there for like the early part of punk, but like how all of a sudden you started hearing like Blink-182 and fucking grocery stores and shit. It's like you're starting to hear like Snoop Dogg,
Hip hop
like, early
now.
hip-hop. It's like it's so gentrified.
All the mainstream shit that's been going on over the last 5 years is hip hop is going through its hair metal stage.
Yeah.
And that's why you see the bands wearing those Iron Maiden shirts.
Dude, and
They did a crossover to reinvent something that wasn't already broken. Throw in some KRS-One.
Yo. Yeah, man, somebody told
The
me
message.
It was similar to disco, like how at the end of like...
Totally disco.
Yeah, like it was all coke and fucking, Gucci at the end of disco, but at the beginning of it, it was actually sort of like funky, like downtown kind of feel party, and then it turned into like, big cars and all that shit, and that's what's happened to hip hop.
Yeah, well, because the drugs changed.
That's true, yeah.
It went from coke and weed to prescription drugs, anti-anxiety pills, all the Xanax. Yeah, it's like that. Xanax is the new blunt smokers.
Die off that shit too.
It used to be Cypress Hill, and now it's Little Xan.
Well, and that's the thing. It went from like dealers to customers who was rapping. You know what I mean? Like,
This is the incestuous, because the customers would go to the dealer's house and play their mixtapes.
Yeah.
Well, the dealers are like, well, you're rapping about me. I can maybe figure out a rhyme, and then it becomes more. That was Eazy-E's problem with NWA, is he was the only OG in the group.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre used to be in an R&B group.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen the pictures. It's great.
With all due respect, one of my favorite artists anywhere is Dre. Coincidentally, I got a chance to sell drugs to Dr. Dre. Did I tell you about that?
No.
You don't know about this?
No.
I've told this story a bunch of times.
Awesome.
I used to sell the pot, right?
Get out of here.
In the early 2000s, I was going to Humber and doing comedy at night, and Canadian show business really doesn't. I was barely getting by, so I took up a career in selling weed to comics, which inevitably paid for my green card and my VX2000, my Sony camera. Remember the skateboard cameras?
Yeah, man, with the handle.
Yeah. I wish it was a nice piece of hardware.
Yeah, man. They still have. There's a whole YouTube channel and like a lot of like Instagram channels. It's just all those VX2000.
Very distinct.
Yeah.
It turned every kid with an idea into a filmmaker.
That fisheye lens too is so telltale. Like fisheye on a skateboard video. There's a lot of people that want to use that too. Like Jonah Hill did a good job with mid-90s kind of getting that skateboard feel, like the skateboard vid feel.
Pretty good. Watch Kids and be done with it.
I mean, Kids is a fucking child porno with skateboarding in it.
Hey, if you're into child porn, that's what you're looking for,
Look, I was just saying, there's certain things.
Kids
that you can
fucking.
jerk off to. Yeah.
You were a kid fucking.
Oh, and how? Especially, I was a kid fucking at that age when those kids were fucking. So I was like, they're like 2 years old, 3 years old now. I was like,
Run at this guy as hard as you can. Boom! That guy's big too. He's about 6'4", 270 pounds. Yeah, your arm would have come off.
I'd have been like hitting a possum with a pickup truck at fucking 300 miles an hour. Just pink possum mist. Was Danny Brown talking about it, that show, Possum Pussy? Did you hear that shit?
No.
Or no, your pussy smelled like a penguin. That's what it was.
Ew.
Yeah, he was explaining, rapper Danny Brown, he was like, at the show, he was like, yeah, all my life, people have been saying, how'd you come up with that brilliant lyric? Pussy smell like a penguin. And he's like, motherfucker, I don't know. I was like, wow, great story. But that guy made like $1 million off that song. So you come up with a funny...
Yeah, you got a hook.
Penguin pussy.
You got a hook.
Fishbird pussy. I don't understand. What do you think it would smell like? Smells like fucking barbecue and fucking no condom sex in the air. Speaking of which, so what do you? How long are you gonna be here for? Until you die?
Until I decide I don't want to be here anymore. At least another 2 years. And burning plastic. He's fucking. Threw a butter container in the campfire. Now I'm blind. Yeah, there's this. This will be my home. It's in the middle of the U.S.
Yeah.
There's an airport 10 minutes from my house. It has everything that I've ever wanted in my life. I'll be here until the wind changes.
Is this the first time you've been able to have like an apartment in a long time? You've been able to chill, I mean, and just kind of stay in one spot?
Because of the green card, I would rent a place for 6 months and then go on the road for 6 months.
Right.
So
you had to be out of the country for 6 months?
No, I could stay here as a resident.
Right.
I just wanted to tour.
Yeah.
And Europe has always been the most financially rewarding. So I'm grinding here on the American dream, and then I go out and tune up my skills and get my bottom line.
Right on, man. Where are you going right now? Sweden and Denmark and all those places?
Sweden, Finland, Norway, Denmark, Iceland. And then maybe Poland and Germany. We'll see, but this is all in June, July.
Do you think that those dudes, like, they like you because of your jokes, obviously, but, like, has a lot to do,
Because
I think,
I'm ahead of my time.
Well, it's metal culture, too, I think.
It's not, there's no metal.
There's so much metal out there.
No, but at my shows, it's not metal, it's families.
But I would say that when I watch your stuff, what I pick up is, like, a cadence of, like a rhythm of, like, double bass drumming almost.
I'm
You know what I mean?
Hamilton.
And then you kill a fucking kitten at the end of it. You know? I was born there.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. I don't know,
Hard
man.
to the face and unapologetically. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Action.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of metal. But that's just me. Anyway, those fucking parts of the world are awesome. I did a couple of them, but yeah, the people are so unbelievably beautiful. I remember, well, the girls find them. I remember seeing like guys like walking into the bar and there'd be like 4 guys that were over 6'7" and blonde, you know what I mean? Just Vikings playing with cell phones like the 10, 20 years ago, or 200 years ago, they'd be like smashing people's skulls and like drinking the brains, and now they're like trying to figure out fucking apps on an iPhone. You know? This big fucking albino gorilla, you know?
It's interesting. Yeah, they also have a brain too.
Fuck, that's it. Yeah.
Genetically, you see that everyone's 6 inches taller than the average, and they're also highly educated. It's like, oh, you had choices.
Yeah.
You could have been an Olympic rower or the head of a software company.
Yeah.
Like the perfect example. You know what the perfect example is?
What?
I break you.
Drago? Oh no, wait, yeah.
Engineer.
Dolph Lundgren.
Swedish, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's a fucking highly educated individual. I was going to be an engineer, but I decided to fuck everyone.
Yeah. To be a giant movie star was just his like sort of side project that fucking blew up, you know? After the PhD didn't quite.
The guy was a movie star before he got into show business.
Yeah.
Look at the pictures of him. Hairless.
Yeah. He is a fucking beautiful blonde fuckable man, you know?
Nah, well, that's the thing though. It's the Swedish thing. You know how sexy they are, but they don't really have that lust.
Yeah, there's not a lot of pasión, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of it's like the opposite of Spanish girls I found when I was over there. They're more cold and like direct, which is cool because you know what you're getting, but at the same time there's a little no dance. It's just like I remember some girl coming up. She goes, "I like you." Yeah, she goes, "I like you. I would like to give you my number, but there's some other boys I like in the bar, and maybe if I don't like them more than you, I'll come back and see you." Like she said that to me, and I was like, "Duh." And,
yeah, no, it's nice to have somebody honest for a change. Canadians. Because they don't have any baggage. It's not a commodity. It's an aerobic activity to get hate fucked in the ass.
So much anal over there too.
Because they're too lazy to buy condoms. They never think they're going to be fucking until they go out, and then it's just blowing my ass. Because I normally don't prefer it, but I need something inside of me before I leave.
Yeah.
The love letters, I like to call it.
Well, hell, man. This is well, I'll tell you though, 2 things I've noticed.
Free food. Just green bags with dog shit in it. Every time I open those things, it's never chocolate. It feels like chocolate. It's hot like chocolate. But it's dog logs.
Dog logs, come get your dog logs. There's dog logs all over. Your logs are fucking stinky these days.
I know, I haven't been eating right.
Oh my goodness. It smells like you're shitting out like the plaque, the internal plaque. You've been cleansing yourself?
I'm always cleansing myself.
Because there's some
My whole life is cleansing.
Because I went to the shitter after you had been there and there was a license plate in the fucking toilet. Yeah.
I don't even drive. So I don't remember eating that in my sleep.
Fuck though, man. We ate those, the worst gas I've had in a while was those goddamn root beer milkshakes that we had here. It was delicious.
Yeah.
But then it was just like a fucking, sounded like we were starting chainsaws in the fucking house for the rest farts, you know?
When are you coming back?
Couple months. 2 months. I gotta get rid of an apartment.
I'm writing this down.
I'm getting rid of an apartment, and then I'm getting some cash, and then I'm getting the fuck back down here. And I am writing my fucking nards off and performing as much as I can.
There's no shows.
I haven't. Well, I can find enough that I can get some jokes together and just do some open micy kind of things in Canada. I can do some.
Are you going back to Canada?
I have to.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I have to.
Why?
Go back to
Can't you do it over the phone?
I mean, I have all my shit there. I have to sell everything to get down here too. I have some cash.
Pay
stored,
some
but
Craigslist guy to pack and store.
I don't know where to go. I can't sleep on your couch for another fucking night. I'll fucking kill myself.
I didn't invite you to sleep on my couch
thing-
another night.
That,
So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You had your chance. And you
that
freaked
thing was
out.
so heavy. I didn't freak out. I had a.
I didn't freak out.
You were yelling at me all day.
Yeah.
It doesn't motivate
You better
me.
get your shit together.
When I wake up and you're like, you're a fucking faggot and your life's going nowhere, that doesn't make me want to go do things. That makes me
No,
want to
it
kill
makes you
myself.
want to change.
Yeah.
So you can either step into suicide mode or pull up your bootstraps and wipe your pussy.
Yeah.
So I'm all about pussy wipers.
I'm trying to wipe my pussy. I'm trying to wipe my pussy.
Now, you got your head between your ankles staring at your asshole in the mirror going, hey, is that my pussy? Unbelievable. I've never met so many fucking pussies. It's an epidemic.
Yeah. It was cute when he put it through. Fucking yeah, I don't know.
2
man.
months. What month are we in now?
Well-
January. So what?
The end of March, I'm thinking probably April.
April. Good. Come for April Fool's Day. I think that's when Joe's opening his club. It'll be either April or probably 4th of July or something like that. Between April and
Yeah, it'd be cool.
4th of July.
It'd be cool to see Kill Tony in the new place. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Oh, it's beautiful. 3 comedy clubs under one roof.
The blueprints I only saw somebody showed it was 2. I only saw 2 rooms. They're building another one.
Yeah. They're building the belly room.
Oh, what?
And
Wow.
something on the roof. I think a rooftop bar or something like that. Kind of like, yeah. Anyway,
Sick.
I've said too much.
That's all right, man. It's just a
Can you
good
explain
song.
this sign to me?
Authoritarians have no place here. I don't know. I guess they're saying they don't like authority, but also it's saying no place here, specifically here. I don't know.
That's Austin. Oh,
It'd be funny if there's just like some. Well, is that the Austin symbol? Just like arrows. It'd be funny if there's some
do you
like,
know
authoritarian
who?
guy. Yeah.
Do you know who? Do you know where that came from?
Peace symbol?
Yeah.
Some fucking hippie?
Nope.
Okay, hippies or Nazis?
The government knew that Aleister Crowley specializes in symbols. That's his design.
Really?
Yep. That's a satanic symbol.
How did the hippies pick it up?
Because the government bought it,
What are you talking about?
and they merged those two causes. It's just a form of armbanding.
Well, he's a really fucking interesting dude. Last night you showed me his yoga teachings, but Aleister Crowley, like, so much of what that symbolic shit is so important, and like he studied a lot of the Egyptian symbology, and their whole deal was like putting all this knowledge into one symbol, right? So like you would meditate while looking at this symbol, thinking and stuff, so that when you looked at the symbol, it would evoke all these memories. And
What do you
thoughts,
think?
Like Nike, you know, the swoosh. It's
Yeah.
like,
What do you think of That's modern day advertising.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Same psychology.
Yeah, they co-opted it. I mean, fucking marketers take anything to
Well, it's their
get the
job.
money. Yeah, I know. I don't.
Exploitation.
I'm
through
allowed
magic.
to hate them for it. You know what I mean? I think just like the act of selling people shit they don't need kind of makes me want to puke and laugh at the same time. People just want to push and sell and commodify everything. But that's the world we're living in, I guess.
That's the American dream.
That's what it is. But
It's the opposite of communism.
well, yeah, I don't think communism is a good thing, but you got to kind of have a half socialism, half capitalism for it to work. America is half socialist. The army, the military is completely socialist, you know? Like, it's okay to put taxes into the military, but then when you do it in schools, it's socialism. That doesn't make any sense, you know? It's socialism, you know, taxation and then putting it towards anything, essentially, right? So America is a hybrid socialist capitalist society. It's just like a political thing to say capitalist, socialist. You have the attention span of like a fucking squirrel.
Well, tell me something I want to hear about, and I'll focus.
Hey, because if I talk about anything other than like fucking cutting people's pussy lips off with scissors, then you fucking
Try
fall
me
asleep.
with something else.
Like what? Crowley?
Any
You
other
like
subject.
Crowley.
No, you don't have to say anything that you would assume that I would like. Surprise me with
Dogs.
something.
Well, actually, the dogs make me happy. I was thinking about
I
getting
love
a
dogs.
dog. I want to get. What do you?
Yeah, let's get a dog so you can be more grounded and less active as a comic. Great idea. Why don't you have 5 kids too? And open up a tackle shop and do comedy at coffee shops on the island. You're out of your fucking mind.
Honestly, I was starting to like.
Honestly,
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
that's the beginning of a lie.
No, it's not. What are you talking
All right, let it go.
Let me tell you something true. I swear to God, it's true. Fucking, no, I feel like I would be better with a dog because it gets you up, gets you moving and stuff like that, and then you've got something to come home to so you're not hanging around the fucking club till 5 in the
Didn't you
morning.
try that with your marriage? Isn't that what that was for?
She doesn't
How
want me
many
in the house,
blankets
that's why
and
I'm here.
slippers do you need? Do you want 5 cats to sit in your pockets so you can walk around and feel comfortable all the time? Get the fuck out of here. You are unbelievable
The
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mental stress of.
I've got a
This week is
Brita
fun.
that's set on bullshit.
What is that? Aw, look at the size of his ball. This is big balls. for a squirrel.
Yeah, they always have, they're kind of nuts like that.
Yeah. Pretty hefty. He looks like a big. Well, this whole fucking place has been really kind of trippy, man. Because Austin is like, I just expected something completely different. Everything's always different than you expected, right? But I really did that cowboy shit really brainwashes you from fucking TV. You just think everybody's a fucking
Racist?
Well, I've met my fair share of those too. It's not like they're not
Here?
here. Yeah.
Where?
Well, there's people kind of like, I heard a couple things, you know.
Give
But-
me an example.
Oh yeah, I heard somebody drop an N-bomb at some guy on 6th Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are 2 drug dealers.
Yeah. No,
It's
not like to each other. Not like 2 black guys to each other. Like some black dudes drove by and some car was super loud and then some fucking dude.
Yeah, but you've
I
said
like-
that before.
Well, just to your fucking girlfriends when I was uncomfortable, you know? I have a good time with that shit. I mean, I'm not fucking mad anybody uses names, but to say that there's no racism in Texas is wrong. But
First of all,
there's a lot
there's
more
no
nice
racism
people.
nowhere.
What are you talking about?
Where do you think there's no racism?
Oh, no, there's racism everywhere.
Yeah.
Inside of everyone. Yeah, to
Thank
some
you.
degree. Yeah. No, everybody that has ever been brought up in North America has some kind of that shit put into their brain for sure. Look at this little fucker. How many squirrel pelts you got? You fucking... You caught a couple?
I wouldn't kill a squirrel. Unless somebody bought me a crossbow. Because that's adventurous.
I could see you like in your final years
Just
out here. Like,
squirrels all pinned to the trees with arrows.
I'm looking forward to when you're like 90 and you're in like a wheelchair and you have
First
like
of all,
a laser on the
You're
front.
going to be looking for a long
Shooting
time. 'cause
squirrels.
I'll never.
You don't think you're gonna make it?
Dude, I'm out at 70.
I
got
thought you'd be
20
dead
years.
10 years ago. I thought most of us would be dead 10 years ago.
Not this girl.
Yeah, I know. You gotta like still
got a
eat fish and go for
70-year-old.
runs.
70-year plan.
Yeah.
And I've got 19 left before the bottom drops out of this wet cardboard box I call a life.
You gonna kill yourself in a cool way? Can I help?
I don't think you have the stomach for it, Bryan. You'd start crying for sure. I know you.
Well, I'm sensitive. I like not one of these people well, people pretend to be to get laid these days, but I actually do have a lot of those mental fucking problems that those fucking pussies talk about to get out of fucking their university classes, you know? Like, that's why I don't like when people talk about those kinds of things.
Like?
What do I like? I like fucking reading and fucking yelling and fucking and skateboarding and surfing and yoga and boxing and above all, I like getting on stage and telling dick jokes.
And here we are in Austin, Texas, the only place in the world where you can do that.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. You know what I was just thinking when I was saying that too, is that all those things I just mentioned I've been able to do except for stand-up at the end. So I was going through all this list of shit and I'm like, fuck man, I haven't done stand-up in so long. At this level, it's pretty bad, man. It's
pretty bad.
You know, you got to stay in shape with stand-up. You know that. Fuck. It's
yeah,
like
moving away from the industry doesn't help anything.
Wow. I was just trying to like get through the COVID shit without getting fucked over financially.
This is what it was. Time to rise from the ashes.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm feeling
shot
it.
caller, I think next trip. I think that kind of trauma will corral you. You'll have a twitch in your eye when you're on stage, but I'll tell you, you're going to be the funniest fuck in the room. And I'm not leaving, so you're screwed.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They like sit in the audience and shock me every time it's a fucking joke you don't like. No. What's
he
the
does
deal
this all the time.
I've heard that before.
There's a guy in the balcony with a remote laughing.
They're like flipped up fucking shades, you know what I mean? You're starting to look like the guy from, do you remember?
Don Knotts? Tom Hanks in Philadelphia? Hold this while I hang a rat.
Okay. No, the dude from, the Nazi dude from Indiana Jones, you know what I mean? With the bald head who burns alive.
Now I gotta take a shit off the bridge.
I could do that.
I've done that.
At this bridge?
No, Christie's Conservation Area, they had this steel beam out over a waterfall.
Yeah.
I almost fell in. I almost died. But hey, comedy isn't always easy. And I just hung the hole over the back of the bar and just mud pumped. It was literally in the water and still inside of it at the same time. I became one with the earth.
Whoa, like the snake eating its tail kind of thing, but with shit in your
Or
asshole.
some asshole shitting off a bridge. It's one of the two.
Fuck, man.
It's really nice.
Yeah, man. What, have you ever, like you said, you almost died taking the shit off the bridge? What's the closest you've come to dying from comedy?
You appreciate this. Oh, comedy?
Yeah, like doing comedy or doing something funny and then it almost killing you.
Like shit. What do you mean? Like an audience member attacking me?
Or like somebody like that, like a joke shitting off a bridge and almost falling off.
A lady came on stage in Liverpool and I knocked her out.
What?
Yeah.
With what?
A straight right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because I warned her 3 times and her mother kept defending her in this argument. And she drunkenly stumbled up to the stage, and as soon as she stepped up on the stage, I blasted this chick. Unfortunately, because I didn't have my glasses on, I caught her right just above the nose. And she didn't even put her hands out. She just went back into the tables, and the bouncers pulled her out in the street with her, because it was a hen night.
So she was just running up on stage to attack you?
I never felt more alive in my life.
Jesus Christ. Well, people come at you. They don't know what they're gonna do.
They had her leaned up against the building outside, giving her water, and I didn't know that she was still out there. So I come outside, and she comes to and starts screaming. So I start stomping on her chest in front of her daughter, and her glasses go flying. Her wig rolls over, and I'm getting hard. The bouncers are trying to pull me off, but I'm hot. I'm real hot.
Oh, fuck. Man, England is fucking wild for that, dude. I've done that a show where it was just hands. Like there's a club where it's just for fucking bachelorette parties, right? So there's like
Croydon up the creek.
Man, it was. I don't know. It
How
wasn't.
many years were you in England?
I was there for 1 year, and then I was like, "This is the fucking." I just don't like the quality of life. It's just a big slimy fucking rock in the North Atlantic.
Maybe you need a dog. This fucking guy.
It's the name of that
Quality
chick.
of life.
Fuck. Yeah, no quality of life
You
there.
gotta be the quality of your life. Don't let your environment influence you. This is fucking paradise. Like, how nice is that?
What's this stands for?
You know what? I have a sneaking suspicion they pull up some sort of dock thing, a barge, and do shows to a degree. Or must be some water show here or something.
Holy shit, yeah, it looks like somewhere Jimmy Buffett would have a fucking like on the water concert or something.
I always heard, who's Jimmy Buffett?
He's the guy who sang Margaritaville.
Oh, okay.
And he also wrote a couple songs with Hunter S. Thompson and stuff. His, a lot of the beach rock back in the day kind of thing. Cousins of Warren Buffett, that investor.
I'm gonna have a rat piss over here.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go down more.
Just,
These girls would freak out at Count Dracula's.
Nosferatu taking a dump in our tent. The thing is, all the places that are good for peeing are inhabited by people camping. Man,
Wildflowers here in season. All this grass is covered with all these different breeds of flowers.
yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder what it's like in the summer here. Like, what's the heat like?
It's Texas. What do you think it's like?
Cool and breezy.
Yeah.
I've heard, but like, how hot are we talking here? Like, fucking, you gotta wear a G-string to school or what?
Well, you said you not do well in the heat.
No, I do great in the heat. I'm a lizard.
So what's your intolerable?
Like, I actually like I'll take 100. Like, I like 100.
It's 100 here in August.
I have no.
It's 110 here in August.
Yeah. That's okay, I guess. Be a little bit warmer, you know?
There's 5 feet of snow at home. I think it's perfect.
That's my hell, man, because I'm
Can
too
you hold
fucking
this thing and
skinny.
hang a rat?
How many rats you gonna have? How many times you gonna... The man loves to hang rats in the wilderness. What can you say? Jason's piss smells like iron and old underwear, you know? There's aluminum-y. Aluminum-y.
There's definitely blood in that.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
You ever try and piss through a fucking scab?
Yeah.
I need to carry a carrot peeler on my keychain just to get the burr off the end to get the flow. And then it goes, first of all, once you open up it goes from like a yellow meringue to blood. Sorry, red is what my doctor says. He goes, you go green, red, and then white, and then back to red, and then yellows at the end. It's like the worst ice cream flavors you've ever seen. Terrible, terrible.
Rust flavored icy.
I think those CBD pills are carrying a lot of toxins out of my body.
Sure, yeah.
And that's why my piss looks like an oil slick. It looks like an orange, brown, yellow, slicky. Like my urine sits on top of the water like melted margarine.
I think you just need to drink more water, though.
Have you seen my Brita?
Yeah.
What do you think I do with that? How many glasses do you think I have?
I don't know how many glasses of water you drink a day.
First of all, I don't know if you've seen the last 20 years of my life, but I've got a backlog of cigarette butts and broken dreams that I need to unload.
I think it's like, because when people's piss is dark, like in those Asian countries, like in Southeast Asia, they've got like measurements above the urinals telling you what color your piss is and how much water you need to drink and if you're okay, if you're gonna die or not.
They do that with teeth whitening.
I gotta talk to those guys. It's gross though, because that chart, the worst one is like this dark brown, you know what I mean? Where it's like literally like the color of
Well, that
shit.
means that there's blood. You're having kidney failure.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I think a lot of
exercise.
Yeah.
You've got the extremists, the physical guys that have adopted a very rigorous workout diet, various martial arts training, yoga, and then the other guys who just got fat and their bodies were already fucked, and now they're not even 30, and their doctors telling them that they're, what is it when you're more prone to diabetes?
Pre-diabetic?
Pre-diabetic,
Yeah.
or whatever. You're having kidney failure, because they're never going to really, their job is to keep you on the tit, to get you sick enough for them to prescribe you and keep you in that line.
Well, maybe, yeah. Like, I think a lot of them here
100%.
in America is so profit-driven, the medical system. So, yeah, they want to
You don't
keep
have
you
that psychology. I'm talking Canada.
Well, yeah, to a degree, man. I think, like, they definitely want you coming back and everything. And being, as a comic, though, like, I think it's their fault, though. Like, I mean, most comics, like you said,
Doctors are Pez dispensers for pill companies.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
That's
there's a lot
what
of
they
them
are
though do care, but there's enough of them that it's profit driven in North America. Most countries in the world, you don't get rich off being a fucking doctor. You get like, am I horny? Yeah, it's been a week. I've been on your couch listening to vampire movies and fucking. I just want something blonde. My wife. Fucking. I tell you something though.
Tell me.
My pee.
Tell me something.
My pee goes.
Tell me anything.
Dark brown, like real dark brown, and it stinks like really heavy. That's when I know I can get like a really hard erection, because, and I'm serious right now, when I'm kind of like dehydrated and stuff, like for some reason I can fuck better. I've got this like desperation to my fucking.
Well, because your body's in a deficit, and now it's been triggered to perform a task.
It's like, I'm gonna die. I gotta fuck one last time.
Yeah, instinctively, it forces you into your DNA is to breathe.
Yeah.
So that's why you get hard-ons, you simple fuck.
Fucking scientists in the last 2 years.
I'm very smart.
Well, yeah, I think so. I think
Super
comedians are smart in different ways than most people. They're like uniquely.
I'm not even. I'm talking me as a person.
Yeah, I think
My
you're naturally
experiences
smart.
has given me
But
a wealth of knowledge.
you're retarded too, though.
How? Explain.
Well, because you take insane chances. In a good way, you're retarded.
That's life.
Yeah.
Life is an insane chance.
Yes, it is.
Why wouldn't you want to take an insane chance on yourself?
Man, I'm here in Austin getting yelled at you. That is an insane chance too. I'm
Get
good with the
your
chances.
shit together. You panic.
Stop.
As soon as I push you up to the diving board, you're like, "Is the water cold?" I'm like, "It's always fucking cold."
Yeah, and I was waiting to get called. I was good to go up, man. I just have
Do that
a
with the
lot of
hands
shit.
again. Yeah. No, just walk with your hands out.
It's good for your posture. That's how if you're trying to like correct your shoulders, you put them out like this. You know what I mean? Does that excite you? Yeah, I think in the comedy world, if you're like trying to get into the big time of it, yeah, this is where it's at. So I should have gotten the fuck out of Canada a lot earlier. But I was sort of moving towards California, because I honestly still like California better than Texas as far as I've seen so
It doesn't matter what you like. If you want to be a comedian, this is the only fucking place for the next 5 years.
Yeah, and that's why I think.
So what do you want to do for the next 5 years?
I want to be a comic again, Jason. I want to live. I want to suck. I want to fuck. I want to fly around the
You've
world.
been on the
Put my
road.
wiener in different areas, you know? Yeah, I've been a pro comic for 11 years, man. I don't
I
have...
thought it was 16.
I started comedy 15 years ago, I guess.
Okay,
But
so
I wasn't like...
let's round it out to 7.
Yeah, and
7 good years.
Yeah, and a lot of it was just, the touring in Canada, Australia, and Europe. But that stuff doesn't translate to America, most of it. So it's like,
Why
all
would
right.
you write jokes that don't travel?
I thought I was. I think there's some of them that did, but they're not as sharp as I thought they'd be on a different point. Because it's like, I'm making fun of them.
Oh, you are hilarious.
I'm trying my
You're
best.
hilarious. I've never heard anyone try to climb out of a well. Put the lotion in the basket. Put the lotion in the basket.
I'm dude with the lotion, man. Fucking, my basket's all full. But fucking, wait.
That's not
Oh,
your
there we go.
basket. Fill up your own
My
basket.
basket now. Yeah, fucking, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing to come down here and see everybody pumping because everybody back home is just sitting around going like, fuck, comedy's over, what are we gonna do? And let's try to get some, you know, tiny basement shows together. And then here it's just wide open.
It's always been the business model for Canada. It's just survive.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a fucking career.
You're right.
You're just surviving. Is it? There's no growth in surviving.
Well, that's why, like,
there's only growth in being uncomfortable and getting yelled at.
But that's why I got the fuck out of the country too, you know. Like, I mean, even just England or whatever. I got to get the fuck out. I can't stay there. But I think I wanted to learn from other people before I came here because yeah, it's sort of like kung fu, you know, with David Carradine. I wanted to like travel the world and learn from everybody, and then come down here and show off a bit. But I got to get back on the horse after this long in quarantine.
You did all that. You came down here and you had nothing to show.
Well, yeah, I did. I had stuff. Yeah, I gotta get back on.
It didn't work.
Ducks.
They are quite nice. I do like the little white noses. They all look like they're doing coke in a hot tub. So I've heard.
Rubber ducky, you're on coke.
So you're flying out of Austin today to Oakland?
Yeah. Well, to San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
But you have no residency in Oakland anymore. But you were there.
My wife lives in San Francisco, so I go there a lot.
What was the reason for Oakland?
It's where we wanted to live. It was just cheaper than
so you were
SF,
there
and for a year before the pandemic. That's the thing, man. I moved to America 3 months before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and I had to go back to Canada. Yeah. So that's what happened, and now I'm, just trying to get money together to get back down here. But I was already making that move. That's what's so fucking frustrating, because I was like, all the shit, well, not all the shit, but a lot of shit you're yelling at me about, I was all aware of it and ready to come down, and I've done everything. We had an apartment. I was starting a tour. Those days are dead and gone.
Gone.
So
Gandhi.
So everybody, let's fucking buy a cowboy hat and come out here, man, because it's fucking all right. But one thing I don't like is you can't swim in this batshit filled river.
Not here, but on the other side of the dam, and then on the other side of that bridge is a big swimming pool. The Barton Springs, it's fucking beautiful.
Is it connected to this river though? It's like, how come you can't? Because it's a river.
I wouldn't see the bottom. Oof. First of all, they've already done the tests. You don't have to go down there and go, hey, are you guys okay? They've been swimming in that part of the river for 500 years.
Okay. But the fucking, there's bats under this bridge that's shit in here.
Yeah, there's a parasite in this water. But there's parasites in any open water. But these ones are a little more toxic to your health.
The kind that swim up your pee hole?
That is a thing.
Pee up your swim hole? That is a thing, man. It's there's not a lot of old Greek guys here. There's not a lot of old people in Texas in general.
No, this is a young person place. As you notice, everyone's 24.
Everyone's 24, and yeah, I think it maybe had a little bit to do with COVID. Do you think it cleaned out? Do you think they purified?
This is a university town. This is a party town. Everybody knows Austin. Keep it weird. Old people don't want anything fucking weird.
Yeah, that's true.
They go up to Houston or Dallas.
I want to know what I'm getting. I want a man playing guitar on a stage talking to me about how sad he is. That's what I like. That's what I've always liked. It's what my daddy likes. You know? Favorite country song?
It's always going to be a Johnny Cash song.
Yeah, the outlaw stuff's good.
Yeah, the outlaw stuff with Roy Orbison and Willie and so on. I love that stuff. But I grew up, my father's side of the family were all country. And so there was plenty of country music in the house. My mother had the disco records, but my father would use 8-tracks. Okay, we're going to cross the bridge and then pick up on the other side.
Sound fucked up on the bridge.
What do you think of eye contact when you talk to somebody?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I have googly eyes though. So that's why. But me, it's because my eyes eyes go two different directions, so I'm like,
Let's try.
I'm not sure.
Talk over here.
Yeah.
Does your eye go lazy and wander?
Yeah, this one's lazy. So like,
Are you trying to get out of your own skin through your eyeballs, out of the conversation?
No, I'm just nervous that my eyeballs are.
Nice dog. So cute. Nice balls, by the way, too.
Yeah. See the set on that fella?
And the dog had a nice dick, too.
Yeah, that's what's so great about Austin. The ladies have nice dicks. The dogs have nice dicks. A lot of nice dicks, you know. What were we talking about?
You getting a dog for no reason.
Yeah, I guess I could just borrow other people's fucking dogs, can't I?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have to work. There's an app, actually, that you can use. People book and pay you.
Just borrow their dogs?
No, they just say, look, I'm out of town. You sign up for it, you put your profile up, and you're available during these days for dog watching, and people submit.
Yeah.
And then you take on their little pet for duration of time, and you get money from it.
Ching! I gotta do that, man. I just like hanging out with dogs.
I think you should buy 12 cats and just walk around with them in a sleeping bag.
It's that noise. Every fucking green room I go to, just like it's on my rider when I get fucking.
You have a rider?
Yeah, I tell people I go, I need a spot for my sack full of cats.
Don't you have to sell more than 500 tickets to get a rider?
No, I just lie to them and tell them I'm more important. And I tell them
Here's
I'm
your
Iggy
apple
Pop.
juice, Bryan.
I say I'm Iggy Pop and I want all these things, and they go, well, that doesn't really look.
No,
too
they
much
go,
like
who's Iggy Pop? Because the staff are 24. Is he a rapper?
Is he Yellow Wolf? Is he in Yellow Wolf's crew? Is he in Yellow Wolf? Actually, Yellow Wolf's like fucking my age.
Yeah, he's old too. You're doubly old. And you got a 50-year-old man telling you that.
But that's good though. I fucking think that's a good time for comedy though. Most comics are really funny between like 40, I think, and 60. I really do. I think older people are funnier because
You're measuring from a success perspective.
you know, from an actual like who I laugh at more perspective. Like when a young guy tells me, "Hey, go fuck yourself," I'm like, I want to fucking kill this guy. But if an old guy's like, "Hey, go fuck yourself," you're like, ah, that's sweet. He still got it in him. You know
So
what I
you
mean?
grade comedy on how confident someone can say "fuck you" from the stage? I must be a goddamn genius then.
Kinda. Well, I think that's the whole thing
Blushing.
of it. Is like it's being able to let go and just say things that you want to fucking say.
Do you look at the audience as an enemy?
I don't know. Sometimes I think so.
I don't think
but
so.
I don't view it as that most of the time. Most of the time, I'm trying to like
Every time.
evoke some kind of back and forth. Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to trick them into having a good time.
It's called pandering. It's totally
I gotta have, like,
pandering.
I've never heard you say anything positive in the whole time I've known you, but that's kind of your jam.
Tell me something truthful.
I'm itchy. That's the first thing that came to mind.
That's a good start. Is that true though?
Yeah, no, it's true because I haven't shaved my balls in a week and I'm dying over here.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I wanted to bring up is you are a heavy sleeper, by the way.
What?
Balls are shaved. Take another look.
And look in your back pocket. What?
Is this your pubic hair?
No, wait a minute. Fuck, man. Yeah, no, I never fucking stopped shaving. I've never had ball hair longer than that in my whole life. The second it started, when I was like 13, I fucking just started shaving my balls. I've never seen what my balls look like hairy in my whole life.
My nuts look like a polar bear's ass cheek. Just gray, bushy.
Oof.
They're all different lengths, which I don't understand. They're all different lengths and different colors.
Yeah.
I haven't had a red hair on my body in years, yet I've got this kind of calico cat. Actually, a lot like this dog. Same color scheme.
You gotta stop trimming your ball hairs with those pliers in the bathroom.
I use what you call a lighter. I like the smell of my burning hair. That's hilarious, the dog. That's the best.
He's so into it, too.
That guy is living his best life with his best friend. There's nothing wrong with that. Dog's on the board fishing. It's hilarious. He just stands there. See? That lady didn't scream or anything.
Yeah. She
This is the only place
She grabbed her pussy real quick though. She did
I
grab
always
that.
get this. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Or you watch. I don't know.
People aren't as scared of you here. They're more relaxed because they have guns.
Well, this is where the weird aspect is. They don't look at me as a adversary. They look at me as an eccentric.
Right.
But what they don't know, sociopath.
Right. Totally. Nah, you're a narcissist, I think, but I don't think you're a sociopath.
Every comic's a narcissist.
You'd like to be a sociopath, I think, but I don't think you have no emotion.
chose comedy.
And that's why you're not a sociopath in a way too, because like as a comic like that, to the level that you're at, you can't. I don't think you could be a sociopath and connect to humans like that.
To create empathy.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Most definitely.
Create empathy in you?
With my fellow human beings. It's
Okay.
my best case scenario for me connecting with people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, no, that's
why
true.
the subject matter is so grotesque, because that's really what I want to do to society.
Right.
In my hardest of hearts,
Yeah.
I want to saw your fucking head off. Okay?
But I think a lot of people do, and that's why people like your
Listen,
shit too,
first of
because
all-
it's that far down the rabbit hole of like how fucked up someone's thoughts can be. It doesn't mean you bring it into the real world. You can just fucking joke about it. I don't know, man. Fuck.
Are you
That's.
explaining to me?
I'm explaining to you why I like it.
Well, I don't care. When have you ever bought a ticket
To a comedy show?
to mine?
Oh, never.
Yeah.
No. I've seen you perform 100 times, so
Yeah.
I could just give you $50.
It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, that's great, man.
I haven't even hit my stride yet.
Well, I knew when I met you that I knew how far I knew, like, everybody around that time when I started was being super dirty and edgy, and that was the fun thing to do. It was a good time. And then I remember thinking, like, we were trying to be, like, the dirtiest comics on earth. That was kind of like our goal when we were, like, 19.
Yeah, because
And then-
everyone saw what I was doing at what level, and they started to emulate.
No. When we saw you, that's when I stopped trying to do that. Because I was like, oh, I can't, that's so much further than I even fucking
Master.
want to go. Well, no, I don't, like, that's not what I think about, though. And I love your style is like the most extreme style. I honestly say that to people a lot when people go, this
I'm the
guy's the
worst.
dirtiest, this guy's the darkest. I go, I don't think there's anybody darker and dirtier than Jason. Like, you could say Stanhope, you
How
could say,
about
but
funny?
wow. But would you think what you do is funny? People are scared, Jason. People are scared out there.
And yet they continue to award me with applause,
I think, yeah, no,
and
you're
money, and
You're hilarious.
Sex,
and
it's
that's
drugs.
the thing with it too, though, is that you make people laugh at stuff they don't want to laugh at, which is the best part of it. Like making people find the humor in something that they're very serious about, you know?
no, I make them find the humor in what I think. You,
They have blue beaks.
What are they?
you're about to run a train on that one in the middle.
Bird rape is serious, very serious stuff.
What do you got coming up, Bryan?
I'm gonna go move. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do some filming.
What's the next 2 months look like for you?
Masturbating in the rain in the Pacific Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, filming. I'm gonna film a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna write my balls off. I'm gonna do a bunch of editing and podcasting stuff, as much as I can do in the comedy world, and then get back down here and become a fucking performer again, because I've become too used to not doing it. It's weird.
Sucks for you.
Let's stop being depressing. Fuck. I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna open up a barbecue place where I exclusively sell fucking turtles. Barbecued turtles. Because they're everywhere here and they're delicious. I want to open up a hot tub boat business down here, I think.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You ever thought about trying comedy? Maybe you want
Yeah.
to try that while you're here.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that on the side. I have to have a hot
boat.
tub with a boat. Not for the money, just because I want a boat with a hot tub. It just like rolls around, so you don't have to be cold. Because I like being in the water, but I hate being in the water cold. So, hot tub boat. You know?
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we were going to end on a high note, but he's getting out of comedy into hot tub boat. Where can people find your hot tub business, Bryan?
Shut the fuck up.
Where is it? Where can hottubogorman.com?
Yeah, it'll be in Austin by next year, somewhere between open mics and fucking getting yelled at by you. I'm gonna figure out
Great.
a hot tub.
Great. I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there, and I'll be throwing my shit at you.
Do you want to come over here and film me doing pull-ups?
mean, I thought you'd never ask.
Actually, I'll just put it here, like this, and
Is this just to prove to people that you can do pull-ups? 100%. What's that tattoo? Is a picture of the devil on your cock. Never seen.
and that's how you get rid of your pussy.
He's just a roustabout, shifting from town to town. No job can hold him down, he's just a knockaround.